Hello! It's no longer my snow day, but I figured I would just vlog all week. Honestly, I kind of like vlogging, and I've been talking to myself a lot. And you know what? I'm just like, let me just vlog. So I currently just filmed this little look. It's inspired by Face Chart. I'll link it right. I'll post a picture of it right there. It's so cute, but I want to take some photos, so I just need to set up my other light. So this is basically what I do. You guys saw my gallery wall in my last video. I have this little scroll up here, I want to call it. It's this way. This little scroll right here. I have a white paper backdrop. I pull it down. I take my photos. I'm going to set up one more light just so I get a better backlight. This is the reality of filming and taking photos. Sweats and a bodysuit. Just a real cute top. My bed is unmade, but this is the reality, okay? This is This is the light that I use from Neewer, an LED light. A little loosey-goosey here. And this gives really nice backlight. And I'm also gonna hook up my camera to my iPad so I could take photos on my iPad because I have a different lens on, and the lens that I have on, I mentioned it in my last video, but the lens that I have on, it's very zoomed in. So like, instead of just getting like my chest and my face, it gets just my face. Like, that's how zoomed in it is. So I have to move the camera back to get more of like the collarbone and up. So to do that, my arm's not long enough to clickety click. So I like this light because it can go really, really yellow. Let me flip you. So you ready? Are you watching? So it's really, really white right now, right? And then I could put it really, really yellow. Lower the white, make it yellow, or I can just like try and balance it. I try and always put a little bit yellow because sometimes the too much white can make me look really pale. So I always put a little bit of white and then we go a little yellow. And then my room's a mess. Doesn't work for me. So I only have 15% left on my camera. Wow, my room's really a mess. I might not include this. This is my sunglass holder. I basically pop the iPad on the sunglass holder, move this back, and then I take pictures. You set it up, you go to Wi-Fi on the camera. Like, I go to Wi-Fi on the camera, I go to iPad, and then on settings on my iPad, I go to Wi-Fi, and then the camera will come up as a Wi-Fi network. And then we just basically put it on there, and then you need the Canon Camera Connect, the Canon Connect app. And then once it connects, it says connecting to smartphone, and then you just go remote live shooting, and basically I've got everything on there. So sometimes I even like sit on my door right here. And then I just click the screen, and then I always just take some test shots just to make sure like I got no hair, no flyaways, nothing. I think we're good. I want my ears out, and I just want to make sure I have no flyaways. I spray a crap ton of fucking perfume, hairspray in my hair. Make sure we got nothing. No lines. Hey guys, I'm back. So I wanted to, where's my phone? So I wanted to talk to you guys about something, and I didn't want to make like a really big deal out of it because I feel like it happens to a lot of people, or like I hope it doesn't happen to a lot of people, but I'm gonna see if I can explain this. So back to my story. So basically I've been on birth control forever, you know, 2018 rolled around, and was it 2018? Yeah, it was like 2019 rolled around, and I was starting to getting really bad stomach issues, and like they did an endoscopy, like I cut out milk, I cut out, you name it, I cut it out of my diet, and nothing was working. So I was like, it's weird because I'm doing all these things, but the one thing that remained consistent was me taking my birth control. So I was like, this can't be it, and I made the informative decision to stop taking the birth control myself. I didn't speak to a doctor. I didn't you know, run it by my doctor, because I mean, they thought because I've been on it for so long that, like, I guess it wouldn't have any effect on me, but maybe my body was just like, you know what, I'm over it. And the stomach aches were like, they were stabbing pains, they were horrible. So I was basically like, you know what, let me just stop taking it. A month later, my stomach pains were gone. I was fine. Maybe it was mind over matter. Maybe I just like put it in my head that the birth control was giving me stomach aches. I don't know what it is. So in 2019 was the last year that I was actually, so in 2019, that was the last year that I was on the insurance that I had. So in 2020, I got insurance through my employer. And unfortunately, the OBGYN that I had been seeing for years didn't take that insurance, and kind of left me with no doctor. Like, you know, I'm very on top of my health. Like I go and get checked annually if something's bothering me. Like I try not to obsess over it, and I wouldn't consider myself a hypochondriac, but like if it's something that I don't know per se, or if I've never felt in my body, then I'm just like, you know what, like I need to go get it checked. So fast forward to 2020, the pandemic started, and nobody was really seeing new patients. Nobody was seeing patients at all. And then like once mid-summer, end of summer rolled around, I was just like, I need to find an OBGYN. I need to make sure everything's good. Great. We have to keep on top of that as girls. And I feel like a lot of people don't like talking about the reproductive organs of a female. And like people get weirded out when you talk about birth control and periods and things like that. But it's just like, it's fucking life. So I found this OBGYN, and it took me 2.5 months to wait for an appointment for her, because that's how booked she was. And I went to her, and it was just, I'm not a very comfortable person when it comes to talking about myself, you know, like therapy, psychiatrist, things like that. Like I don't like, I'm not an open book. Like you kind of have to pull info out of me. So I had written down like all my medical history, like this, that, the third, ovarian cysts, things like that. She didn't ask me once when the last cyst was. She didn't do like an ultrasound. She didn't really do much. It was very odd. Did like, you know, the annual exam and all of that, but didn't really like take the time out to get to know me. So I explained to her that I had just got engaged and I wanted to go back on birth control, and I was going back and forth between like going back on the pill and then getting an IUD, because the pill I never remembered to really take it on time. I was always taking it like inconsistently. And honestly, I didn't want to take a pill and then it hurt my stomach again and I have to deal with all these side effects. So I was like, let me just do an IUD. Let me just do an IUD, because there's no way I am ready for that. Okay, great. Like, come next month when you have your period at the end of it, and we'll put it in. Okay, great. Put it in. Hurt like a bitch. Like, when I tell you that pain was awful, it was just like, picture your worst period cramp times 1,000 in the front and the back, and then having like a really bad pain in your area. So I was like, okay. I cramped for that week, and I was just like, this feels odd. I was having a pain right below the belly button, more over to the side, felt like a cyst pain, but I wasn't sure if it was a cyst or if it was IUD. Emailed the woman back and forth, and I'm just like, I don't feel right. I have pain, you know, And now, like, we're still in a pandemic, you know, like, now we're almost a year into the pandemic. This is like November, December. I'm like, I have pain. I'm like, to clarify, they did not check to make sure the position was correct, like with an ultrasound. So for all I know, the IUD could have been floating. Could have been floating. And I was just like, you know what? Maybe it's just my body getting used to it. Let me just rock, whatever. A month went by. I didn't have the pain as much, and then like the last week and a half, 2 weeks in December, I got the pain again, and I was like, no, something's wrong. I luckily, come January, got a new insurance, and my old OBGYN took this insurance, so I'm like, yes, I'm excited. I like quadruple checked, right? I was like, this bitch better take my insurance because whatever. Went, told them the story, this, that, the third. You know, like they say you can feel the strings, like if you have an IUD, like you know what I'm talking about. She said she felt the strings, so I was like, okay, whatever. They did an ultrasound and it wasn't in the correct spot. And luckily it wasn't anywhere that could have been damaging, and luckily I caught it and I listened to my body and I went and got it checked before it could have done any harm to my body. And I was just like, I was so stressed. So like this was last Monday, so like now I'm just so stressed out. I'm at the doctor, I'm like, I'm late for work. I'm like, this can't be happening. It's not a comfortable experience getting an IUD put in, nor is it fun when it gets taken out. And long story short, they took it out, and I'm gonna go back next week to get a new one put in. And it's just like, I'm putting this out there and I'm putting this in the video because as a female, or as like a person, as a human, as a man, a boy, a young girl, a teen, a female, a woman, you need to listen to your body. It is so important to listen to your body. Like, you know your body better than anybody else. So if you're saying that something doesn't feel right, do not let a doctor tell you that this is that, whatever, without like actually seeing you. Because when I was messaging the doctor, I was like, I don't feel right. They told me to go to urgent care. To me, that was just like, you're my doctor. Why are you telling me to go to urgent care? This is now the third email I've sent you that I've been in pain. So you should be scheduling me an appointment to come and visit you. You shouldn't be telling me to go to urgent care. That's just how I see it. I work in an office. I know how to accommodate patients. I tell my office all the time, like, we're the most accommodating staff ever, because like, I don't get that treatment that we provide to patients in the offices that I go to. It's bizarre. So I just wanted to put this out there because you have to listen to your body. You have to listen to your body. I'm going to tell you this over and over again. If you feel like something is wrong, you go to the doctor. Pay the goddamn copay and go to the doctor, okay? Go pay the damn copay and just go to the damn doctor, because you don't know. Truly, you don't know. I am so upset and frustrated, and like, my family was upset. Like, I have siblings, like I have older sisters, you know, like they were upset. My mom was upset, and I'm just like, oh my God. And if you're thinking about getting an IUD, obviously talk to your doctor. I think a red flag with that other doctor was, like, I said I wanted an IUD and she asked me which one I wanted, as if I had so much, like as if I had all of this information in my head about all these different kinds of IUDs. And it's just like, well, what kind of IUD do you give a young adult? Like, I don't understand, you know? So talk to your doctor. Obviously, like, assess if you're a good candidate for an IUD. I personally didn't mind it. I know that a lot of people, I've seen a lot of videos and a lot of like posts about like people feeling like depressed or like unmotivated on it. Honestly, I didn't really notice any depression. I definitely would have noticed if it was that. And I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know that you have to listen to your body. Listen to your body. You're a female. Like, if I didn't listen to my body, like, what could have happened? What could have happened? What if like I waited like another 3 to 4 months and like it drifted further and further away and went into like a part where it's not supposed to be? Like, I don't want to say the wrong thing because I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I don't know how that thing goes. I don't know how that works, but it's just like, it's scary. It's very scary. And that was
that kind of like pushed me over the edge last week. I was just like, I can't believe like I have to go through that pain again. But I guess the 5 minutes of pain is better than the pain of childbirth. I always said I didn't want kids growing up, but like now that I got, obviously like I'm in a relationship and I'm getting married, like I could see myself more and more having kids. Definitely not anytime soon, like not after I'm married. Definitely gonna like live life. I don't want kids until like this pandemic is dead and buried and nobody knows what COVID-19 is anymore. Like that's when I'm gonna have kids, because I'm not doing it. I mean, that's his plan. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to say you guys need to listen to your body. And if you're a young teen or you're a young adult, and you know, obviously you need to talk to your parents, talk to your doctors, but like and if you've had a worse experience than I have, I am so sorry, because the experience that I had was not fun. And like I knew it wasn't in the right place, and I messaged this woman. I was like, I don't think that it's in the right place. And they told me no. They assured me that it was in the right place. How did you know it was in the right place? Because you didn't check it with an ultrasound. You didn't say, hey, it's right there. It's right there where it's supposed to be. Nope, she didn't. Listen, I don't know if everybody does ultrasounds to make sure that it's in the correct position, but like, and I think even the sonogram tech too, she was telling me that like, you know, not everybody does check the position of it, but like, maybe everybody should. Or like, even if you don't check the position of it when you put it in, why don't you check the position of it like in a month or two? Like, why wasn't I scheduled a follow-up? It was my first IUD. Why wouldn't they check I don't know. I can't answer these questions because I'm not a doctor and I'm not a nurse, but I just wanted to say that you guys need to listen to your bodies. And that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna start editing a video. I got some videos to edit. I got some IGTVs to edit. I got a lot of things to edit. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Listen to your body, guys. Listen to your body. If you're a male or a female, listen to your body. If you feel like something is wrong, you go to the doctor. Okay.
Hey guys, I know I left you hanging there real quick, but I just wanted to come on here and just finish chatting with you guys about the other day. So I feel very vulnerable placing this video onto the internet, but I feel like it was important for me to talk about it, just because I feel like a lot of people, they don't go to the doctor. I mean, I go to the doctor because I have such anxiety, and I have just gone through so much in life that I want to make sure that I'm healthy. So I always say, like, listen to your body. Like, if you know what your body does when it is going through something, then that's fine. But if you feel something completely different, please listen to your body. The most important thing that for me is, like, you have to listen to your body. So if you're someone, please listen to your body and go to the doctor. I did have my IUD reinserted. They did check and make sure it was in the correct place, which I am very thankful for. I do not think I will ever go through this experience again. So this is my body's last shot. It better stay where it has to stay. It better not make me go crazy. It's not a fun experience. And they actually numbed my cervix, which is like so crazy. Like, they actually numbed me. So like, even the thought of being numb was nerve-wracking, right? That didn't really hurt at all. I think what hurts the most is like just the pressure, the amount of pressure. And like, it's not even like in the area. It's pressure, like, you know, when you have really bad cramps, and like if you have cramps in the front, like you're just like, ugh, like it bothers some. Okay, picture that like times 1,000, and that someone is like doing this to your insides. It's very hard to explain, but for me, the pressure was like, it was like out here, but it wasn't really outside. It was inside, obviously, but it was up. It wasn't down south. It was more like in like the cramping area.
like kind of like where your uterus is and kind of where she had the sonogram to just make sure that it was right there. I did find out that I have a tilted uterus, so I mean, she just kind of changed the position and it went in. I got very hot. I was like trying not to pass out. I was like, oh my God, like I got very hot and like I started to see stars, but I took my sweater off and they gave me water. They let me pull my mask down a little bit just so I can like breathe in, like take a deep breath without feeling like I'm suffocating. They gave me some crackers, they gave me some Advil. I actually personally took the rest of the day off. I was planning on going to work, but I could not work. It was horrible. I could barely walk to the elevator. I'm not sure why. Maybe it hurt more because it was actually in the correct place. That's the only thing that I could think of, because the last time it truly didn't hurt, but like I said, it wasn't in the correct place. So maybe this time it hurt and I was cramping more because it's in the correct place. And I'm thankful that it's over with. It's over, it's done, it's in there, and you know what? It's not fucking giving out unless I say so. I know that there are other options for birth control, and I don't want you to watch this video and be like, oh my God, I'm never gonna get an IUD, because truthfully, like, I am okay with having it. And I used to be one of those people that used to be like, I'm not getting an IUD. I'm not getting something foreign put in my body. You know what? I have tattoos, like I already have screws in my toe. So I'm just like, you know what, like if it's gonna protect it and it's as effective as they say it is, then I'm okay with it. And I think if I would have had the pain the first time, I wouldn't have put it back in. That's truly how I feel. It did hurt the first time, but it did hurt the second time. And we'll see what happens. I mean, like I said, there are many other forms of birth control out there, so please talk to your doctor about it. So I'm just gonna see how my body is. I'll update you guys in like a future vlog, let you guys know like how I am, my side effects, if I get any, things like that. But I just thought this video was important because this is never talked about, and I feel like it's really awkward to talk about things like this, especially to people. If you're a young adult and you don't know who to speak to, I mean, please just speak to your doctor, and obviously they will guide you in the right direction. But I mean, like, it's 2021. Like, I shouldn't be ashamed of having my period. I shouldn't be like ashamed of being on birth control or having an IUD. Like, I've been on birth control my whole entire life because my periods were horrible, and I'm like prone to ovarian cysts. So that's pretty much it. But I just wanted to put this video out there because I want you guys to listen to your body. If you feel like something is wrong, please go get checked out. Don't be one of those people that like self-diagnoses themselves and Googles it and then says, oh, I have this, and then lets it slide. You know what I'm saying? So go to the doctor, get treated, go get checked out. Just, it's worth it. It's worth it. And if you haven't gone to the doctor in a while, you should. I don't know if you guys follow Harush, but like Harush posted a video and I was like so sad for her, and obviously like she's getting treatment and stuff like that, but like that is literally such a fear. So if you guys don't follow Harush or like know what I'm talking about, please go check out her channel because she did a whole video about it, and it's so scary to be an adult, especially like a female or a young female adult. Like it's so fucking scary. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys that this has pretty much been my last 2 weeks. I am still being hunted down by COVID as well. I know so many more people close to me who have gotten it, and I have still been testing negative, so high five to my A1 immune system. Okay, I'm gonna knock on wood so I don't jinx it, but like it's just been such a freaking crazy week, and the fact that like everywhere I turn somebody I know has COVID, I'm just like, and then this was like the cherry on the fucking cake. Like I was like, no, I'm done. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go ahead and stop talking now because thanks for sticking with me. Let me know if you like have any questions about like my experience. I mean, I'm probably like the worst one or like the last one you should be talking about it, but I'd be happy to answer any questions. Just obviously if they're questions that I could answer. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. Also wanted to just say that this video is in no way me persuading you to go and get an IUD, and it's not me talking you out of going to get an IUD. I'm just talking about my experience, my personal experience. This is what I have been going through the last 2 weeks. I mean, like the past 3 months, pretty much, literally, because that's when I got my first IUD put in. But it's just like, I don't want to come across like I know everything, because obviously I do not know everything, and that's why I did not go into depth or detail about it. But like I said, this video was just giving you my personal experience. I think it's always good to just like talk to people, whether you know or you don't, like you kind of get like a biased and an unbiased opinion about some things. I mean, but everybody's pain tolerance is different. I think my pain tolerance when it's self-inflicted, meaning like I want to go through that pain, so like a tattoo or a piercing, I have a high pain threshold. But when it's my body, I just like, and I'm sick, or like I get hurt or something, or like something bothers me, I'm the biggest baby ever. And let me tell you something, I think I have a pretty high pain threshold, but that shit hurt. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna stop talking. I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.